lead early, 2:51 left to go in the first quarter. Laughlin to inbound. Looks for Bolio. Bolio hits the floor, is able to get it out. Off to Merrill. Merrill defended but tenaciously by York. York lets her go by. Off to Silkman. Silkman loses it off her hands. And it will be Vikings ball. McIntyre back to Cotnor. Off to Morrison. Morrison holds up to York to McIntyre. McIntyre thinks about going baseline, lose the handle dribble. Cotnor for three. Shot lined up perfectly. Just missed. McIntyre there to collect the rebound. Andrews, I'm looking out as the team that the Vikings have out there now. It's a team that we could be seeing, start next year.
Well, certainly when you get these young players, especially team varsity leaders, as sophomores, freshmen, and juniors, at this point in the season where there really isn't much chance of a tournament, you're going to get them see more playing time and hopefully get them their experience that they'll need next year.
Thurston inbounds to McIntyre. McIntyre gets a swat away. Cotnor picks it up. Inside of McIntyre, out to Cotnor. Cotnor put it up with the right hand off the front of the rim. Rebound, Joanna Dodge, who has just checked into the ball game. Get your update on substitution Mount Blue in just a moment. Traveling violation called. York inbounds to Cotnor, back to York. York's going to set up the offense now. Loses the handle, gets it cross court to McIntyre. McIntyre looks for York. Over to Thurston. Thurston for three. Just off the back of the rim. These threes have just been missing. Rebound number 30, Tristy Riggs, the captain, one of the captains for these Mount Blue Cougars. Dodge looks inside. Ball picked up by, let's see, I believe it's Merrill. Tough to see from our vantage point, but a basket nonetheless. 14-3, Vikings lead early, and they pick it off again. Pass down below to Rebecca Sweat. And the ball bounced out about. 14-3, Cougars lead, 1:22 left to go in the first quarter. A lot of fans here tonight, a lot of parents, a lot of fans, a lot of kids. All cheering their senior Vikings home and their Lady Vikings as a whole. Hoping to cheer them to a home victory tonight in this last home contest of the season. Cotnor inside to Morrison. Morrison loses off the fingertips. And freshman Trish Gendrick set to come in for Marie Cotnor. And number 30, Tristy Riggs gets called for the foul. Thurston to inbound. Finds York. Just under a minute left to go in the first quarter. Very fast-paced game. Vikings down 14-3. Jendrick out to Thurston. Thurston to McIntyre. Tenacious defense being played by the Cougars. McIntyre, Morrison, quick move inside. Great move by Erin Morrison. She gets a couple points on the board for the Lady Vikes as it's 14-5 now, coming up on 25 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Merrill's going to take it right down the middle, lose it to Thurston. York defended by number 30, Riggs. Morrison thinks about taking the shot. Out to Jendrick. Jendrick tries taking inside, finds a double team, finds a York wide inside. And apparently the ball was knocked off a Mount Blue player. 6 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Gonna have to be a quick shot. Off to Jendrick. Jendrick takes it right, puts it up. Ball is blocked. 1 second, end of the quarter. And Christy York saves that. A desperation shot, but at the end of one, it's 14-5. Mount Blue Cougars. And one of the sets of cheerleaders, there are many here tonight, these are JV cheerleaders, come out to do a routine. And with all the cheerleaders that are here tonight, you think it's a convention there. One's from the middle school, and I'm not sure if they're doing a routine later. That'll be interesting to see. Oh, apparently I get word now that it'll be at halftime that maybe we'll see a big routine. And a 4th-5th senior lineup coming out on the floor. Weber sisters, Monday and Wyman, along with freshman Trish Jendrick. Mount Blue Cougars trying to spoil the senior night for the Vikings. Ball inbound to Monday. We're underway in the second quarter, 14-5. Cougars lead. Monday having problems with the ball. Off to Jendrick. Back to Wyman, looks inside for Weber. Weber wanted to go up with it, got the ball stolen. And now Riggs is going to bring it up off to Merrill. Merrill looks for Sweat. Sweat goes for 2 and hits it. Nothing but the bottom of the basket. Extends us to a 16-5 lead with 7:28 left to go in the second quarter. Having problems getting out of the backcourt. Jendrick across the midcourt line. Off to Weber. Weber goes baseline, goes over Sweat. And the Vikings having a tough time getting these inside shots, Andrew.
Well, you know, they're trying to go inside now. As in the first quarter, they went 0 for 6 in threes. And as they were taking all those shot attempts, Mount Blue is just dishing in the 2s, and that's the difference in the ball game right now. It's 11 points. So they need to keep racking up the 2s and try to get back in this.
Aaron Weber, a 69% free throw shooter at the line, misses the first. Hits the second, though. 10-point lead now for the Cougars, 16-6. Vikings playing some pressure defense. Joanna Dodge leading it ahead to Sweat, back to Dodge. Jendricks takes the ball. Great strip by Trish Jendrick. Jendrick going to take it coast to coast, loses the ball between 2 Cougars. Riggs is going to set up the offense. Off to Sweat. Sweat thinks about 3 and hits 3. Great looking shot by Rebecca Sweat. Sweat, a forward, I believe a sophomore forward. Yes, a sophomore forward. Wyman for 3, misses. Rebound number 32, Carrie Silkman. Briggs having some problems getting across midcourt, finally does to Merrill. And now Carrie Silkman hits 2, and it's 21-6. Cougars lead. 6:15 left to go in this first half, and Coach Seavey's not liking what he's seeing, and he calls a timeout. And Andrew will ask, Colin, you'd be prognosticator. What do you think that CV is telling his charges right now?
Well, he's probably just telling them to try to get the ball in to some of their bigger people, and scoring really needs to pick up right now. They need to maybe draw some fouls underneath and slow the pace down a little bit. I mean, the score right now is 21-6. They really need to start getting the ball inside and just scoring in the paint.
Jendrick to inbound the ball. Jendrick, McIntyre, Kim Kangas getting some action very early. That's surprising to see. In her varsity time, though, she has proved that she is a very capable player. Hit a few threes in a game we broadcast earlier this year on NPC TV. So to go through your Viking lineup once again, McIntyre, Aaron Weber, Kim Kangas, Trish Jendrick, and Heather Wyman. Wyman ahead of Jendrick all alone. Puts it in for 2. Trish Jendrick, leading scorer for the Vikings last game, had 14 points. And gets another 2 there. It's 21-8 now. 5:48 left to go in this first half. Shot missed. Jendrick gonna take it coast to coast. And they're gonna call the foul on, the offensive foul on Jendrick.
You gotta be kidding me.
Call the charging foul on Jendrick.
Bro, it's backpedaling. Take your glasses off.
Sweat tries to throw the ball into Riggs, and the ball bounces off Riggs. And full-scale substitutions now for the Cougars. As Nicole Moore brought it across midcourt, the lady with the face mask. Moore out to Dodge. Dodge tries for 3. Rebound, Devin Dulong, who you saw earlier. Number 31 is going to bring it up. But 31, I believe, is Amy McLaughlin. Fight for the rebound. Weber and Amy Lynn Smith. Smith, a 6'2 center against Weber, who's about 5'9", 5'10". Ball was tied up. Possession there, points to Mount Blue, so it'll be Mount Blue's ball. McLaughlin to inbound, off to Dodge. Throwing it around a lot here. Back to Moore. Moore back to Dodge. Back to Dodge. Apparently Dodge wants to take a shot, but they're not letting her get open. Great defense being played by the Vikings. Loads up for 2. Amy McLaughlin loads up for a long 2. It's a 23-8 Cougar lead. 4:35 left to go in the first half as Wyman brings it up. Runs into Smith. I believe that's Jendrick trying a long 3. Did not work. And the foul is called on the inside. And the battle for the rebound is Heather Wyman, a 36% free throw shooter, is going to go to the line. Heather hits the first one. It's 23-9. Misses the second. Ball rebounded by Moore. Moore lead ahead to Dodge. Dodge going to put it up and in. Joanna Dodge gets another 2. And the foul is called in the backcourt. And apparently it's going to be a shooting foul. And it's going to be a 1-and-1. Jendrick misses the first. The Cougars have 7 fouls on them already. Loads up for 3, misses that one. McLaughlin did not hit. Rebound inside. Vikings need to start getting some rebounds here. Been one of their problems early. McLaughlin thinks about it. Cross court to Dodge. Dodge thinks about loading up for 2. Takes it in closer, goes baseline. And they call the blocking foul on Emily McIntyre. Looked like she had position.
I don't know what we're trying to do, but
And Coach Jim Seavey is not happy. Non-shooting foul. Moore off to McLaughlin for 3. Just misses. Rebound, Aaron Weber. Weber all year has been one of the Vikings' leading rebounders. Jendrick pulls up, off to Wyman. Wyman thinking inside, off to Kangas for 3. Oh, just misses. In and out. McLaughlin crosses midcourt. Off to Moore. McLaughlin off to Dodge, excuse me. DeLong it's for two, and it's 27-9. Cougars lead coming up on 3 minutes left to go in this first half. Jendrick, bounce pass underneath to Aaron Weber, and she gets two. Vikings are in double digits finally, 27-11. Off to McLaughlin. McLaughlin thought about shooting, thought better of it, passed off to Dodge. And Dodge hit for a long two, 29-11. Cougars lead. Jendrick over to Wyman. Going in for a streaking Aaron Weber. Had Kangas open on the left side.
Okay, right now I'd like to mention one of our sponsors, Obashan Hardware, which is located on Main Street in Norway. Come in and look at their paint supply. Call them at 743-5072.
Sneed inbounds to Ellie Weber, who's just checked in the ballgame. Off to Sneed. Sneed goes for two, does not hit. A couple of players came in for the Vikings. On the floor now is McIntyre, Sneed, Morrison, Ellie Weber, and Jendrick. Dodge tries to take it inside on McIntyre and Sneed. Excuse me, Jendrick and Sneed.
Okay, and we'd like to mention another one of our sponsors here, Grover Gun Drilling. For more information about Grover Gun Drilling, call them at 743-7051. Grover Gun Drilling is a proud sponsor of this girls' basketball game.
Inbound to Dodge. Dodge over to Moore. Moore over to McLaughlin. Vikings defending her closely. McLaughlin splits, gets rid of the defender, puts it off the glass. McLaughlin, Amy McLaughlin, is on fire tonight. 31-11. Cougars lead by 20, coming up on 2 minutes left in the half. Ball stolen by Amy Dodge. Gonna go in against York. Puts it, touches it beautifully off the glass. And another timeout's gonna be called. 1:52 left to go in the first half. 33-11, Cougars lead.
Okay, and now that we can fit it in, we're going to mention yet another sponsor, Androscoggin Bank. Androscoggin Bank is a member of the Equal Housing Lender and is a member of the FDIC. Androscoggin Bank is located on 190 Main Street. For more information, call them at 743-2545. And we'd like to thank the girls basketball program.
Well, it's good we got all our sponsors in there. I'd like to thank all the sponsors we've had all year. And it's been great to have them with us. Couldn't really do these telecasts without them. Helps us buy a lot of equipment that we use. And if you'd like to donate your help, we have 2 boys' homes game left during vacation. We can always use your help.
Okay, now we'd like to mention our crew. We have broadcasters Josh Nason and myself, Andrew Cummings, title maker Jeff Howe, sound Scott Pulowski, camera 1 Mark Pulowski, camera 2 Jim McClendon, camera 3 Brewster Burns, and producer Ian Truman. Certainly like to thank our crew helping us set up today. Certainly a big part of this telecast.
And you, the viewer, are a big part of our telecast. We've been getting good reviews from people that have been watching. And if you think you know somebody that'd like to watch this basketball action, please tell them that Sneed brings it up. Try the fast break. McIntyre's going to try for 2, but just misses. McIntyre hustles after her own rebound. York's open. Well, it's going to be a long 2 if it hits. It does not. Foot was on the line. Rebound Mount Blue. Just under a minute and a half left to go in this first half. 33-11. Cougars with a big lead. York's going to steal the ball. High bounce. Waits for the defender. Great textbook play by Christy York. She puts it in for 2. 33-13. Cougars lead. Coming up on a minute 10 left to go in the first half. McLaughlin's going to hit for 2. She's been feeling it all night. Amy McLaughlin. York tries to bring it up against Moore. Off to Sneed. Sneed tries looking inside. Can't find anything. Ellie comes across the 3-point line. Back to York. Ellie at the top of the key. Miscommunication there. And the turnover by the Vikings. McLaughlin set to inbound. Goes back court to Moore. And this crowd is sort of stunned into silence right now as they see the Mount Blue Cougars built up a huge lead, 35-13 over the Lady Vikings. Cheerleaders trying to get this crowd fired up. Moore over to McLaughlin. Off to DeLong, back to Moore. McLaughlin's going to be wide open for three. And she hits it. Amy McLaughlin thinks she shoot from half court and she'd hit this shot. She is hot. Weber all alone. Allie Weber hits for two. 38-15. Coming up on 3 seconds. Merrill's going to bring it up. Loses the ball off Morrison. 1 second left to go. 38-15 Cougars lead. That'd be a real quick shot. McLaughlin inbounds so she can't score. Off to Merrill. At least an attempt to swat away by Candy Sneeden at the end of the first half. It's 38-15. Cougars lead. And if you're watching your TV right now, you see the massive cheerleaders. There is a lot of them. And this should be interesting to see, Andrew. I've never seen, well, here's Sam Tisdale.
Missy Henderson, Nicole Greenwood,